All right, super thanks goes out to Dylan Simon 9401. Definitely appreciate the super thanks. Then we have at Jeremy Stewart 1785 supporting many videos. Definitely love the cool comments and the support on the videos. Then we have at Andrew Magro. Definitely appreciate the cool comment and supporting of the videos. Then we have at Johnny Haberfield 721. Definitely appreciate the Euro, brother. Catch you on the next one. Then we have at Michael Van Kurt 3576 support many videos. Now on to today's video. All right, welcome back. So we are on to the Mojave 4S. I got the GNS analyzer, performance analyzer in here, just because I want to get a generic speed rating of what this is. With a center diff, I know there was a few questions about it. Why didn't I talk about it? I do know, I am aware that this has a center diff in it. That's not good. That's going to be rubbing on the drive shaft. With these bodies that lock in on the side and up front, you really have to position them correctly. But as I was saying, with the center diff, I'm not a center diff fan. Center diffs are more for not really bashing, but for track use. And I'm just not that type of guy when it comes to racing on a track. I've talked about advantages of center diffs versus a slipper clutch for the smaller RCs. The benefits and the limitations of a center diff. Center diffs tend to diff out, make the RC very stable, but burns up a lot of power and can make an RC feel like it's underpowered versus an RC with a slipper clutch can make it feel like it's steering. Okay, so that one just limits steering. Can make it feel like it's underpowered and that the RC is super heavy, even though the RC is not heavy. A center diff can make it feel that way, just because it's diffing out on the power. So I am going to do a grass run of this RC. I'm going to turn on the GPS. That's one thing I forgot. Where is it? 12 satellites, track, start, stop, read, 0. Track, start, 49%. Not much battery in that analyzer. It can really make it feel like it's underpowered for what it is. Oh, it's kind of mushy over here. It's really wet. It's like flooded right here. Dry up in here. Wanted to run it on grass because I wanted to compare. Oh, that's a puddle. Wasn't planning on the grass being soaked. but I wanted to see if it gets grass on the inside of this thing. See, I could tell right there that it was diffing out for that center diff. Really stable because of the center diff. It's not going to want to wheelie because it has a center diff, and it's just going to apply the power to the wheels that are in the air, causing the wheels that are on the ground not to drive as hard, which will cause the RC to settle down. Same thing when it comes to left and right. Oh, people are walking. So I'll go this way. See if I can run this diagonal full out. I had to let off. I heard it. I don't know if it was rubbing. It's definitely got plenty of power for speed. Doesn't feel like it needs more power. I hear those front wheels rubbing. I don't know what kind of, it sounds like tire noise. This thing moves for 4S. I can see grass all over the front, the side, or the whole back of this RC. It's just covered in grass. Let's see if we can get some light on it. There we go, right there. You can see everything is covered in grass and water. So that lets you know, it looks like they just mowed and they literally flooded this field. I think they're trying to recoup this field right now. They're trying to get the grass to grow. As you see, they've got everything blocked off for the parking lot. They're putting up new lighting, all kinds of stuff here at the park. A lot of money being spent on this park right now, but no work's being performed. It's literally just blocked off in the parking lot. So not a lot of people running here right now. Let's get some sort of idea what speed we were at. I'm going to turn you guys to the sun, so we're going to go stop, read, 45 miles an hour. I imagine this thing would be 50 miles an hour on road. That's not bad at all. 45 on the dirt. 45 is pretty much where you want to be at. Track, start, we're testing again, 12 satellites. So 45 is pretty much where you want to be at when it comes to any kind of off-road rig. I do notice with all the slop in the front that it tends to drift right or left, and I'm not a big fan of these controllers. With all the slop, you're never going to get the steering correct. So we're going to go stop, read, 47. So it's probably going to be over 50 miles an hour on road. 47 miles an hour. That's impressive. I'm going to turn off the analyzer. Save some battery in it. I did see some videos of people jumping this thing, but like we all know that this is being advertised as some sort of desert racer or desert basher. Trying to get a feel for these tires. Brakes are perfect. Oh yeah. See, it dips out. You can hear it diffing out and not wanting to do wheelies. Little bit of brake. We're gonna pull off to the side and let these people walk by. How's it going?
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
Pretty fast, huh?
Oh yeah, a little bit. Good all-purpose tire. That's what I like about a center diff, is the control. You'll have of the RC versus a slipper clutch. It won't want a wheelie at all. Let's see. It shouldn't want a wheelie, full trigger. See how it just, oh. Just lifts the front. There's that side impact versus having those side bars. A perfect example of why I like the side impact bars being like this on the body. But I do notice that side impact popped out the front. So you can see the body's crooked again. It like has to slide in to this front. And when it's locked in, it stays down, but if you hit something, it pops out. A lot of water, a lot of grass. "4S is like perfect." I've always said I'm more of a 4S, 8S guy now when it comes to RC cars, because I take everything that's 2S and 3S and I convert it to 4S. Everything that's 6S, I convert it to 8S. That way, all I have to do is carry 4S packs and I can run my whole fleet of RC cars. Buying 2S, 3S, 4S, 6S, and 8S batteries, not for me. I'd rather just buy 4S packs, buy a bunch of 4S rigs, a bunch of 8S rigs. If I buy a 6S rig, I just convert it to 8S. Just makes things a lot easier when it comes to the amount of batteries you have to buy. Look at that. Turned on the water just in time. I mean, this grass is flooded right now, and it's still watering. And it's noon. It's like the hottest part of the day, and they're still watering the park. So I'm gonna run it here in the road real quick, see if I can get a speed run. This is a dead-end street. So let's turn on this analyzer. I'm gonna just run it down this road real quick and see if we can get some sort of speed run. Track, start, stop, read, 0 miles. I truly don't know why people do this. Start, testing. See if we can get some sort of speed run. They're calling this an A scale rig. It's about the size of a Slash. Oh, that's a pretty good dip. Oh, now she wants to walk in front of the RC car. Full trigger. I did bring a couple batteries because the plan is to run it over in the dirt as well, some smooth dirt. Let's take a look at this speed. Stop, read, 49 miles an hour. So 50, 52 miles an hour I think is where this rig's going to be at, and that's not bad for a stock 4S rig. Now the question is all this grass on the inside? That was a serious problem I had with the 6S Mojave, was the grass. I'm going to pop the bodies off. The body. The ESC fan is covered. The drive shaft's covered. Everything's soaking wet. It's so wet. Look at this. There's so much grass in here. Took me a long time to clean out the grass from the last time I ran here. And for the most part, I mean, there's still grass in here, but nothing. It's mainly all in the rear and a little bit on the edges. You can see it kept it to the outside of the body, the majority of it. The inside, pretty clean. A little bit did get past, and it did get in here, you see? So, still gets inside, just nothing like it used to. Yeah. The inside, the majority of the drive shaft area is clean. And my drive shaft before used to be packed. Still gets a little inside, but I think that's mainly, look at this. These rear guards helped out a lot. The wheelie bar area became a collection point for the grass. This back still grabbing the grass like it normally did before. Upper of the shocks, but for the most part it's all retained in the edges of his body, and that's going to be a lot to clean out, but definitely better than taking the RC completely apart. You can see that the whole inside here is clean. It's all clean around here. It's basically coming in from the front wheels, going by here and splashing all up in here. And I think what happens is it hits whatever it's going to hit and splashes back into here a little bit on the chassis. But way better than the 6S version. I still think it could be a little better, but for this body design, this is doing a lot better than the 6S version did. You can see all on the side here. You see? Still cleaning out grass, but my fan is relatively clean, ESC is clean, motor is relatively clean, diff area clean, battery area is clean as well. So just these little pockets on the edge here, had some in there, and then right back here it puddled a little bit in there, just dry. Inside of the back wheels covered. Without these guards here, these rear drive shafts would have been covered as well. Bottom of the shocks still all covered in grass. So definitely not perfect, but 110 times better. And the steering area is free and clear, nothing in it. It's just awesome to see. Let's see if I can see this gear area. So the gear area, nice and clean, no grass coming out of here. You can see the rear arms, everything back here is covered in grass. Wheels definitely covered in grass. Oh, the wheels have the honeycomb on the inside. Has the reinforcement cone, which I can feel the grass getting stuck into it. So the wheels will have to come off to get cleaned. Front, of course, is all clean because the grass tends to collect back here. But for the most part, pretty good. Definitely, I got to zip tie this up. Something I hate about having these dual battery tethers. Like I said, I did lock this in to these brackets here, but they still tend to pop out of these brackets for the battery support. But not bad for the first run on grass. Let me know your thoughts. And I have a feeling the tires are ballooning and rubbing somewhere. See if I see anything on the body. They do have some protection right in here on the front for turning. They got some taped areas. I imagine because it's probably rubbing right in here. That's what I'm feeling, is that it's rubbing down in here somewhere. But for the most part, not too bad. Back of my car is covered in grass again. You gotta love the Mojave and grass. Trying to get some of this grass out of here. While it's still a little wet. Hate putting all this grass into my cars. But I just had to do it. I had to show, compared to the 6S Mojave, are they still grass collectors? And they are. They're just finally keeping it off the electronics now, which is going to keep your electronics from overheating. Pretty much going to have to take apart the whole back. Oh, there's sway bars on the rear. Didn't even notice that. There is a rear sway bar on this. Definitely a blower is going to be needed. Not bad. Well, I have one more battery pack. I'm gonna head over to the dirt area, but that's gonna end today's video. Stay tuned for tomorrow's video in some sandy dirt. Like, comment, subscribe. We'll catch you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching.